Hello everyone. In the last video, I have shown you how to create a register page. It means like I was showing you how to create a register page. So basically, it was nothing but I have created a route whose name is register, and using that particular route, it means like a slash register. I was showing just a heading of a register page. But in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do basically three things. It means like I will create means like as I have shown you in the last video that layout.hps was the default route that was used. Uh, but in this video I will change the default layout. It means like we may need different type of layout for different type of page, right? It means like it is possible that our application may have 10 different pages with 5 having different layout and 5 having different layout. Then this doesn't mean that we will use means like entire uh, routing, entire layout within every pages. It means like if there is 5 different layout within 5 different pages and 5 different layout within 5 different pages, then there must be some options where we can use two routes for 5 pages and two routes for 5 pages. It means like we can have two layouts, one for 5 pages and one for another 5 pages, right? So in this video, I'm going to show you how to create means like how to change the default layout option. It means like I want to use my own layout. Then how can we use our own layout within this handlebars? Okay, this is the first thing that I'm going to show you within the video. Uh, Second thing that I'm going to show you that I will create a basic form and I will send request to my server. It means like I'm going to send the post request within the server. This is the second thing that I'm going to show you. And the third thing is basically it means like how we create a API. That is what I'm going to show you. It means like how we are creating a API, and that will be covered within the same video. Although I will change the API part later, but what will happen that you have to be aware of how to create the API because we our front end and our back end lies within the same server. So we don't need API basically here unless and until we are using AngularJS. But we don't actually need AngularJS here, or we don't need any front end JavaScript here. So so let's proceed then. First of all, let's create the default layout. So for creating the default layout, what we have to do is we have to install uh, one another dependency, and that another dependency is called express handlebars. Okay, that another dependency is called express handlebars. So let us just create another dependency whose name is express handlebars. So let's install another dependency here. So I'll clear it and I will type npm I express handlebars. Okay, and then if I want to save it in package.json file, then I can save it. Okay, so it is proceeding with the installation part. So it means like we are using express handlebars. So it is completed with 5 vulnerabilities. So we can ignore these vulnerabilities for now, and we can proceed it further with our project. Okay, these are basic warning that we don't have to take care. So I'll clear it. Okay. Now I'll restart. As my Express handlebars has been installed, we can verify the same in package.lock.json file. It means like when we will navigate to package.lock.json file, and I will type express dash handlebars. So we can see that it is present there. Express handlebars. It is nothing but consisting of all the different type of libraries that is being used within the node modules. Okay, and the details about it. So we have already installed the express handlebars part. Now what we have to do is we have to import it, right? So as we know that how to import a particular dependency, so I will say constant um, let's take exhbs, it means express handlebars. Okay, it equals to require part, and then I will write the dependency name, that is express handlebars. Okay, so I will install this particular part, it means like express handlebars. Now what we will do, uh, we will this basically express handlebars support different type of, it means like it is basically an object with different type of keys. Okay, and that key consists of function which accepts various arguments. Okay, so let us see. So I will take another variable, I will name it as hbs. Okay, is equals to exhbs dot create. Okay, you can verify the same using Google as well. It means like what thing is there, they are going to give you the entire detail about it. Okay, so it accepts the different means like it has a different property, like suppose default layout. So I want to use the default layout as my layout. Okay, that will be my default layout. Now uh, what I will do, I have already set my default layout right here. Now I want to set my layout directory. Then I'll set my layout directory to be as uh, I will use my layout directory as path dot join. Okay, path dot join, and then directory name. Okay, comma, then I will navigate to views, then I will navigate to layout. So what will happen here, that this default layout, it means layout, should also be within the folder layout folder that should present inside view. Okay, then only it will work, otherwise it will not work. Okay, and it will throw error. I will show you. Then after completing this layout directory, then there is another directory that is called partial. What is partial directory? So suppose there can be common header, common footer that can be used within a layout. So that common header and common footer, that is said to be partial. So it accepts an array. So as we have only one argument here, so I can use like path dot join, and I can name it as partial, partial. Okay, so I can name it as partial here, and then comma, and then the extension name that I want to use. By default, it takes handlebars as full. It means like it will take file name dot handlebars, but I want to use the shorten keyword. It's like I want to use handle instead of handlebar. I want to use the extension name to be as HBS. Okay, so I will use it. So after completing this, then what I will do, I will go to view engine setup, and I will set up the engine. So I will say app dot engine. Okay, app dot engine. So in engine, I will name the engine to be as HBS, and then I will put a comma, and I will say HBS dot engine, right? So this basically then set up our view. Now thing is that I have already mentioned that the layout directory should be present within the views and layout, and the partial directory must be present within the views and partial. So what will happen that right now when I will try to access the particular file, it will throw an error. It means like when I will try to reload this, then it is telling that no such file or directory. YouTube tutorial social layout layout.hps, because I have mentioned the default layout as layout.hps, right? So I'll create one. Okay. So let us create one directory inside view part. So I will create one directory and I will mention that particular directory as layout. Okay. Now within that particular directory, as I will cut this and I will paste it. Okay. Now we have our layout.hbs present inside the layout directory. So when we will reload it, okay, when we are will reload it, we can see the register page here now. And when we are doing control U, we can see that the layout code is here. It's like till this part we have our code of register. This is the body segment, and rest part is of layout part. Okay. Now, how can we change the default layout? It means like I want to use my own layout. Let us suppose I want to use the main layout. Okay, I am creating another layout. So how can we use it? Suppose then I will create another file here. I will create a new file. We call it as main.hps. This is the main layout page. Okay. So instead of putting the entire code, I will just type HTML and then I'll type head and I'll create a head and again I will close the head. Okay, and then I will add some title within here or something. Okay, now uh, I will use the body here and just in order to, and we have this part. Okay, now just to separate with layout directory, I'll put here one h1 tag and I will mention here main layout. Okay, I will say main layout. Okay, so we have our main layout here. Now I will call body. So this completes our main layout part, and in the title I will say main layout. Just for separation purpose I will say main layout. Okay, now I want to use this particular layout for register page instead of the default layout layout.hps. Okay, so how can we use it? In order to use it, we will use simple something like this. Like we will navigate here, authentication, register, and now I will just say layout and then the name of the particular layout that I want to use. That is main. Okay, that is main. So we have our main .hps that is present inside the layout folder, and we have already mentioned that the till layout, it means view slash layout, it means layout directory will just meant for our layout, partial directory will just meant for partial. It means like header, footer, sidebar or something. So whatever we want to use right now. Okay. So I think that till here it is clear that it is the title. It means like register page. So we are not using anywhere uh, title right now in main part. So we have our layout as main and we have the page as authentication class register. Now what we will do, we will just go to the particular browser and we will reload it. We can see that there is a main layout and there is a register page. So this main layout was the part of main layout. It's like the new layout that we have created, main layout. Okay. So this is how basically we can create a new layout that is a default layout. Okay. So I think that it is very clear here, clear that we have our new layout that is main layout that is different from the default layout that is layout.hps, and we have our register page. Uh, this register page is coming from register.hps file. We have our register.hps file that is rendering the body. So here we have h1 register page, so that is rendering the body. So here it is our register page. So till here it is authentication slash register, and here it is layout slash main. Okay. So I realize in order to make this video small, what I'll do, I'll create the register page in the next video, and I will post the body within the next video. So thank you for your time, guys, and I'm open for the feedback. It's like you can tell me where I can improve, and it means like what I can add in the video and all that. So thank you, guys. Thank you so much.